She used to own a staging company for like listing rentals and houses, but
Oh God!
you all right?
Producer Eric just fell off the chair on his ass.
Fantastic.
I was gonna act like it didn't happen and just keep
I'm
going.
so excited that happened to him and not me.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Tominator, Tom Churchello. Friday, November 15th. Welcome to another exciting episode of the TomCast. Special episode we have today. A lot of guest stars. Big guest stars. We get the A talent, the A-list talent. Morgan, how are you today?
I'm great, Tom.
Good to have you here. Big Joe is with us.
I'm great, Tom.
It's quite the intro.
Joe's doing good. Actually, Joe's got the gout today, so he's not on his A game.
I'll be doing better.
I don't really understand what the gout is, actually, but that's
Something with your hands.
We have a medical episode one day. We'll talk about
It's
it.
an overabundance of uric acid.
Remind me not to get
Crystallizes
started
in
on
your
that
joints.
Okay.
And right now it's crystallizing.
No, I was just like an episode of Bill Nye the Science
Sorry.
Guy.
Molly is with us. Hello, welcome
I'm
back.
back by popular demand.
Yeah,
guys.
Molly upped our viewership last week. Positive feedback. We had her back on.
Yep.
Special guest Bethany's here today.
Thanks for having me.
Bethany is the TomCast bartender. We'll get to that a little bit later in the episode. See, we're not like the Kelseys. They ain't got no bartender or Joe Rogan. We got a bartender on my show. And my special guest today is my good friend. I consider him, like, even though he's younger than me, like a mentor. Big-time attorney in Minnesota, Michael Fay.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it.
Mike, welcome to the TomCast. You can tell your grandkids one day that you were... Do you have grandkids yet?
I have no grandchildren.
I think you're close, though, right? You might get that call.
All the fake kids are like,
Yeah.
say less, Tom.
But it's been a tough 24 hours. I mean, we did trivia last night. There were 6 of us, and we lost to a solo woman. Think
All right, but we have
Wow.
there should be a big disclaimer. She got 10 extra points. for
She
being
did, but we
solo.
lost to a single person.
So we got Russ playing pickleball for 2 old ladies on Tuesday night. Then we lose to an old lady by herself on trivia.
Yeah, the ladies are having a way with
I
you.
know that against old ladies. I like them.
Not only did we lose, Tom, we got pickled, which was a term when you get shut out. We didn't score a point.
You
Oh,
got a
that's
donut?
what that's
Oh,
called.
yeah.
Yes,
it's called.
we didn't score a single
guys
They
point.
got
gave you a donut? Oh, wait.
Oh my goodness.
So,
They
Mike,
gave you a donut? You didn't mention that?
first time members on the show, we need to get the 4-on-1 on you. So, starting with where'd you grow up?
I grew up outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
All right. What about schooling? Where'd you go to high school?
I went to a small private Catholic school. Have you ever seen the movie Dead Poet Society?
Yes.
I believe so. Robin Williams, right?
Yeah, right. It was kind of like that. It was all boys, which sounds weird, but it was great. Loved it.
Sounds weird.
So we got like 3
I
Catholic
had
school.
I had the
Yeah.
same thing.
Molly last week, Joe, and you were all
We're
Catholic
the
school
Catholic school
graduate.
crew over here.
Did you wear a uniform?
We didn't have study halls. You could do whatever you wanted.
Really?
It was St. Sebastian's country day school. There was no uniform. You could wear whatever you wanted, but it had to be a tie and a jacket. So you
So
could
you couldn't
co-
wear whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, you could come in Christmas green with a
Oh, okay.
red tie,
I
or
forgot to
you
ask
could
last
wear.
week, did you
know,
wear a
as long as
uniform?
I did. Yeah, I had to. They give you attention. Wait, what did you say?
Never had
still
to
got
wear-
it.
Never had to wear a uniform.
You'd probably still fit in yours.
Yeah, I probably do. It's a goodwill, Tom.
Although I will say the Catholic school education did come in handy at trivia.
It did.
True.
That's
I
On
mean,
right.
Samson.
for the win.
Yes.
Yes.
Brothers
Yes.
and sisters?
No, yes, I have a brother and a sister. My brother's a year older.
Where's you live?
He lives down here now. I introduced him to the area.
Sarasota, Florida. For those who don't know where we come from.
And my sister lives up in a place called Southport, North Carolina, which is the southernmost point of North Carolina on the South Carolina-North Carolina border.
And what does she do?
She used to own a staging company for like listing rentals and houses, but
Oh, God.
You all right?
Producer Eric just fell off
goes
the chair
Frazier.
on his ass.
Fantastic.
I was gonna act like it didn't happen and just keep
I'm
going.
so excited
don't know,
that
are we
that happened to
supposed to-
him and not me. You have no idea.
We had a little technical difficulty on the show this week.
There's too many cooks in the kitchen.
I wish we had a camera on you for that.
You all right?
No, I'm fine.
I can't believe that just happened.
This is not my normal chair, obviously.
Oh, I think I have your normal chair. I'm happy to trade with you, or I can pour you a drink. Either one.
I don't drink, so
So,
I'm starving.
Oh, my God. Are you okay?
I'm totally fine.
Oh, my God. You're not cutting this.
you married, Mike?
I am married. My wonderful bride, Ashley.
Lovely Ashley. I happen to know her as well.
Marriage number 2, but
It's all right. Second's
Much
the
better,
best.
yes.
That's all it
Yeah,
takes.
Yeah, first is the
I
worst.
think it's so
Second is
cute
the
though
best.
because every time they go out together, he always says, "Hey, wifey," and she's just like, "Yes," like, and it's just so cute, like how they are perfect for each other. I think so.
What, how about kids? How many kids?
I have 5 children, all from my first marriage. Same woman, don't judge me.
I did ask that last night. I
Yeah.
said, "From one?"
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah."
Wow.
Yeah, my youngest is 18. He's a freshman at Creighton University. I've got another one
Blue
at
Jays.
Creighton. Yeah, the Blue Jays. They're going to be a top 10 team this year for sure. And then I've got my oldest is a girl. She's a nurse. She works at the NICU, saving babies.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
We only went through 2. There's 5.
My,
These are the least
my
favorite.
second boy it is like he loves Bitcoin and
Okay.
he lives out in Seattle, beats to his own drum, great kid.
Right.
And then my middle one just graduated from college and he took the LSAT the other day. So he's been going to law school this fall.
Great.
Nice.
What about your schooling? Where'd you go to college?
I went to the University of Notre Dame in beautiful,
Beautiful
South Bend, Indiana.
Wow.
Well,
Mike and I'm a Notre Dame. I didn't go to Notre Dame, but I'm a Notre Dame fan, football fan, and they lost to Northern Illinois early in the year. Mike's like, "Oh, this season's over." It ain't over, man.
It's over.
They're
They're
playing
no good.
They're playing great.
No, they have been better, and they're passing the ball better. The quarterback can actually throw a little bit now as opposed to the beginning of the year, and they have improved. They've been blowing teams out lately. So,
Rough start to the season, though.
yes, I think they'll probably make the playoffs. If they win their last 3 games, they're in for sure.
And you went to law school in Minnesota,
I did. I went to William Mitchell College of Law in St. Paul, Minnesota.
and you own your own firm there, right?
I did. I started my own law firm right out of law school. Just hung up a shingle and said, "Let's do it."
And tell us what the name of your firm is,
It's Fay and Associates Law Firm.
and where is it located?
Minneapolis, but we have offices in Iowa, Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota.
Wow, the whole Upper Midwest covered.
The five states.
And what kind of law do you guys practice?
We do all personal injury. We do auto accidents and work comp and dog bites, any injury.
You want to give out a number, website for?
Oh, our website is mcfay.com. That's mcfay.com, mcfay.com. Use a company called Scorpion that built it for us. Highly recommend them. Great company. They do marketing for us and stuff too. So thank you, Scorpion people.
And you live, you got a house down in Florida now too, right?
I did. We bought one last June. We had made an offer on a house on Siesta Key, and we just saw it over, online. And
Is that
we
house
flew-
still there?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
That's what I was
Probably
going to say.
lucked out
Yeah,
with
lucky.
that.
That's what I was going
Yeah.
to say. And we went down, and the ceilings were only like 6.5, 7 feet tall.
Well, that's how tall you are.
Yeah, and I said to my wife, I said, I can't do this. So we came up with some lousy reason why it failed the inspection, basically, so we could get out of it.
That's smart.
And we got blessed because I drove by it the other day, and that house is about gone.
Yikes.
So, yeah, so it was a blessing not to be on the Key, even as nice as it is there.
Well, again, Mike, it's great to have you here. And as I said, like I run a lot of my cases by Mike because he knows this stuff. And my injury cases, what he thinks of the case and what I should do, and he's never steered me wrong yet.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll get back to you a little bit later, Mike. Now we got to get started. First, my shout out is for Circle K this week, the Polar Pop. I think it was 95 cents with tax. This is Diet Mountain Dew. Try to stay away from soda, but
You have soda every
Yeah, I
week.
was
What are you
just about to
talking
say,
about?
last
Once
week
a
it was
week.
also soda, I believe.
And it was some gross
that
one
was
with weird
Powerade
color.
Zero last week.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was green
That
too.
shit'll still kill you.
The question is though, like when you go to Circle K, is it where they have this gamut of selection so that you're almost so overwhelmed you don't know what to choose, or do they limit the selection?
No, they have like a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
They had Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Coke, Diet Coke. They had. I almost got Diet Dr Pepper, but I decided
I
to go
love
for the
Dr.
Diet
Pepper.
Dew.
I miss those machines, those like digital ones where you can like
Yeah, where are
make your
those
own
at?
flavors of
Right.
each type of soda. I don't know where they are. I haven't seen one in a long time.
I haven't either, honestly.
They used to have them at like Noodles & Co. in Illinois.
I give a shout out to Circle K across from Sarasota Memorial because the lady who works there is like so nice. I get the same lady every time, which is unusual that I don't even go to that store that much. You know, I
I
probably
don't either, because pulling out,
It's so hard to get it out
I know
of
I
there.
got in a car accident.
Oh no.
Call Tominator Law.
You
Yeah.
call me,
It was before. It was like a month before Tominator Law.
may not be too late.
I know. We should look into it.
So we got a lot going on today. A big action-packed show today. Thinking we're gonna mix it up a little bit with some new features that we've added. You know, but we got to talk about the first thing is last Saturday was Leonardo DiCaprio's 50th birthday party. First of all, like you guys are probably all fans of him, DiCaprio, right?
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. I wasn't obsessed
Wolf
with him
of
the
Wall
way
Street.
everyone else
Right,
is,
I
though.
agree.
He's
I
a great
agree.
actor.
You're
you
way
know?
too old for him anyway.
Yeah, I know. What the hell?
Right?
That's the
I still
25-year-old
make the
age
cut, but
limit.
not by much. I'm almost out too.
But he's 50. Like you know that
Yeah.
kind of caught me by
God,
surprise.
that
like-
is so old, 50.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
no, but you know I remember him as this little
Yeah,
kid.
let's age shame men.
Well, for years that was the joke that if the woman was over 25,
He gets rid of her.
he got rid of her.
On her
but
25th
his-
birthday.
Now his
That's the joke. This
So the
is
25th.
wasn't a joke. Right? It really happened. I'm sorry, you're out. But his girlfriend now is 26, an Italian model.
Oh, I thought she was 18.
No, she's 26.
Oh, there's
so,
a new one then.
So maybe he's
He's outgrown it.
her name's Vittoria Soretti, Italian model.
The one before said she didn't know who he was before she started dating him, and I said,
Oh,
bullshit.
what? There's
Didn't
no
know.
way.
Yeah, right? Absolutely not.
Everyone knows who
Yeah.
he is.
Every single female has seen Titanic. So
Yes.
I'm
Right.
sorry, but
That
like,
movie
you-
will never go away.
Right.
You know.
Some of the stars at his birthday party were Brad Pitt, who they said looked old, like in the pictures that you saw like online.
How
Well,
old
I'm
is
sure-
he?
He's
65?
like no, he's I think 61.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
damn,
definitely
he
over
is.
50, so that's fair point.
Well, he's not going to look like a 25-year-old, so I don't
Yeah.
know what they think.
He needs to get work done. What the
Yeah,
hell?
I'm sure he's had
Well,
work
but someone
done.
like George Clooney is similar age, and I feel like he looks really good for
George
his
Clooney
age.
Yes.
does look really good.
Yeah.
Spielberg was there, Katy Perry,
Katy Perry. Okay.
Dr. Dre, Robert De Niro, Paris Hilton, Mark Ruffalo. Was there was controversial Robin Thicke. I guess like they're friends.
Forgot about
You know,
him.
remember Robin Thicke? He's kind of had his.
He had the Miley
Yeah,
Cyrus
that's what I
drama
was
with the
just about to
twerking.
say.
He had his
that's
15
how
minutes
I
of
know
fame.
him.
I watched that with my parents. That was funny. They were horrified. Are any of these people on Diddy's list, do you
I was
think?
just about to ask, is there a correlation between
Which
the two?
ones?
Well, DiCaprio used to go to the Diddy parties.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, you're
probably,
right.
I mean, look at him. He's probably a freak, too. Can't wait to find that out.
Yeah, he likes 18-year-olds by day. Who knows what he likes
By
the
night.
day parties. Yeah, exactly. That's awful.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like.
Tom's getting gassy, guys.
Gassy
Watch
kicked in.
out.
So I'll give you a pat on the back there.
Tominator Law, guys. He's single. Hit him up.
But I've been to parties like where I didn't know the people's names, but you kind of know what's going on, like at that party, like you know who's going into the bathroom too much or whatever. Like
My Andy Bob.
usually you kind of figure out what's going on there, but so like I guess my question is like how much blame do you put on people who are just innocent guests at that party?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a big house, right? It was a mansion. So there's probably some rooms that people didn't go to. And I was also reading some people just stayed outside by the pool versus got to go in the house. But I'm sure there was a lot of people that saw some bad shit and just didn't report it. I mean, if there were kids at these parties and those people knew, they all are pieces of shit too.
I agree
They
with
should
you.
go down for just turning a
Yeah.
blind eye to something disgusting.
Guilty by association.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has been confirmed that he did attend some Diddy parties.
I think
Leah.
he did more than a couple.
We might be the only 7, 8 people in the general vicinity that haven't.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
Probably.
because
Right.
I feel like that list is longer for the haves
Yeah.
than have-nots.
All right, that does it for the DiCaprio, the Big 5-0.
I sure
it's all downhill from him.
I sure hope that when I turn the big 5-0, I get a little bit more fanfare than, well, that doesn't.
well, I'll let you know in 10 years when that happens. Last Sunday, after playing pickleball, on my way to the Moose. I'm a Moose.
A proud Moose
I'm
member.
a proud member
Why
of
don't you
the,
explain what the moose is?
the Moose Lodge member.
Tell him how you couldn't get in last weekend.
Sorry.
He swiped his card 50
Yeah,
times.
my Moose card wasn't working at the door. But there was a big blood donation truck, and I said, I always heard that, I never had done that, so I'm going to give blood today.
I was wondering why you did that.
Yeah,
you
you
texted
sent
me
me a
this
photo.
some
Yeah.
selfie.
Have you
Giving
guys
blood.
ever given blood? Anyone here?
I have, and I got really
think
sick,
so.
so I never did it again.
Was that before or after you had drinks at the Moose?
Yeah, right.
Is it like
I think
watered
you're
down
allowed
blood?
to be intoxicated.
Before. I tried one time like you, Molly, in high school, and I was like, okay, this is why. If you did it, you got the rest of the day off. All right, so you know who was first in line to that,
You.
right? Me,
Okay.
absolutely. And I went in, and I fell right off the table when they took the needle out, and they were like, this is probably a terrible idea for you. And I was
No
like,
way.
yes.
I did it for a really stupid reason. They used to give girls bows on their arms. They would wrap it and you'd have a bow. So I wanted this stupid
Oh my
bow. And so I went, I think you have to be 115 pounds. And at the time, I don't think I was. But I think the lady let me do it anyway. And I was great. I stood up. I looked at the girl. I said, is it, a little fucking on here? Drop to the floor.
Oh, no.
It was awful. And they were out of the bows that day. So I didn't even get the
Oh my
bow.
gosh,
I
all for
know.
I gave
nothing.
plasma, which is even worse.
Yeah.
You
That's
probably
awful.
made a living off of that.
Shit.
Yeah, and $10 a whack with Gary.
25 bucks a week every
You're supposed to
Friday.
give 2 bags, and I gave 1. Can I get the $10? I was ready to pass out.
10 grand?
$10
whole dollars.
Oh, I
This
think
is-
it's 10 grand. I'm like,
this is
shut sign me up.
1980s. Wait till we go out
Like,
drinking
take
with
the
this.
plasma.
It's $5 cover charge a piece, and we can drink all day for free. That's our
So
cover
that's
charge
how they would
right
pay the
there.
cover to get into the.
They would give blood.
Give me
Wow.
plasma.
Yeah, I'll pass.
And I only did 1 bag, and they gave me the
They said that I saved 3 lives by giving blood.
Okay,
Like
that's
it's a
awesome.
sign, like so.
Yeah.
I was like, well, who did I save?
Tell them what you really said, Tom.
Yeah,
Nope.
right.
This is a family-oriented program.
But one thing that they give you a laptop and you have to answer questions before they do it, and it's not like 3 or 4 questions, it's like 30 questions, and it's like really intrusive stuff, like. Have you been with a prostitute in the last 3 months?
Well, they need to know you don't have an
Then it's
STD.
like, what's that?
They need to know you don't have an STD in your
Correct.
blood.
Then they ask you, like, have you had anal sex in the last 3 months?
What was your answer?
It's outside of 6 months.
Tom,
I said, I wish I
I want to
said,
know.
It was
no.
outside of 6
We
months.
have to ask these questions
Actually,
after the,
my answer
after the
was
shots.
my
yeah.
answer was that's impossible.
Whoa, 20 pounds.
But so I was almost like I said to the girl, I said, "Wow, these questions," and even like one question was, "Has anyone you've been with, like,
Done those
been a
things.
prostitute?" Like I usually don't ask that on like the first date. Hey, are you a
Right,
prostitute?
yeah. Put 'em
Yeah,
on
that
a
might
group
be a
chat,
little
just ask
offensive.
the
Usually I find
question.
out later.
Yeah.
Before you had the good fortune of
That'll be
meeting me,
$1,000?
did you just date anyone who
Go home
was a
without any money.
prostitute?
You just got rolled.
But I'm glad I did it. I did my civic duty, so that's enough about my blood donation.
It's okay.
So Monday was Veterans Day. I think there was a time in this country's history where like veterans were like treated badly by the general public. Like the Vietnam vets came back and were spit on in airports. The end of the Civil War, like the Confederate soldiers were treated badly by their own, where they went home,
Why?
I don't know. Hey, you lost the war, you know. Or,
Oh, they were mad if they lost.
I mean, you know,
God.
crazy.
they didn't
They
get
sacrificed
benefits
their
like
life? Yeah.
a lot of the Confederates, like, you know, when the country went back together, like the Union soldiers got, you know, benefits like pensions or whatever. The Confederate soldiers got, you know, too bad. So, you know, it hasn't always been like it is now, where we, you know, we appreciate our veterans. So like, but it was originally called Armistice Day. It was originally from the end of World War I. The holiday started in 1919, and then it became Veterans Day. It was passed into law in 1938. Now it's like a legal holiday. November 11th every year is Veterans Day, where we celebrate our veterans, you know. I mean, these guys and girls, you know, have given so much for our freedom, and I think we overlook it sometimes. We take it for granted how lucky we are to live in this country.
I think that it's nice to have one day, but I also appreciate when you're out in the community and you see those who are veterans and then other community members who have been able to identify them and thank them at that time as well, that they understand that their sacrifices, whether it be family or what they did for this country, is appreciated all the time.
For sure.
So, unfortunately, my staff had to work that day.
Oh, Tom.
I gave you his PTO in your bank. You didn't get it. You get that. I gave you his Friday afternoon off
You did.
for Veterans Day.
Good day.
NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs are still undefeated, 9-0. And I knew that game would be close. I was watching at Hooters, actually. They beat Denver 16-14. Denver went for a game-winning field goal, and they got blocked at the last second. So and Taylor was at the game, and Travis did score a touchdown. So she got to cheer for her man, our girl Taylor Swift. Big game this
Our
week.
girl or your girl?
Everybody's girl, right? This is America.
Okay.
Kansas City has a big test this week. They're at Buffalo, and the betting line, Buffalo's favored. I know, Joe, you
really?
think Buffalo's going to win that game, right?
I hope they do. I hope they kill them.
I think it's getting to the point where the Chiefs are where like the Patriots where everyone's sick of them. It's at the point like I know
sick
that
of
everyone
them.
hated
Getting
the
all the
Patriots.
calls.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the NFL wants them to win. They get every call. It makes me sick. And like
I do see that.
Now
like,
I
you
see
know,
what people are
people
bitching
are
about.
tired that
Yeah.
we really care that Taylor Swift is at the game already. That's kind of, you know, getting tired. And like, what's funny, I was looking at it, I just noticed
That's what I equate them with too.
she's got a concert in Toronto on Saturday, and Travis is playing in Buffalo on Sunday afternoon. It's a 2-hour car drive.
Did you Google
So you
Maps?
know, you know, I happen to know that.
Okay.
I mean, but she's obviously going to be at that game Sunday afternoon because she has no concert on Sunday.
Yeah, you'd assume.
I'm sure
So-
she flies it anyway. I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah, she's not
driving.
driving
driving
2
2 hours
hours.
across the
She's
border.
taking a 20-minute private
Yeah.
plane ride.
All right. So we'll probably see her again on Sunday afternoon.
You hate her?
it's just ad nauseum.
None of your kids like
it's
Taylor
just
Swift?
all never ending with the Chiefs. That they just show her over and over, and Mahomes and his wife. And
Every
they're
touchdown
just
pans to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so obnoxious. I
Even if
can't
he makes a
handle it.
catch, like they show him, they show
Yeah.
her.
He's standing on the sidelines and they show her. Are you kidding?
I'd
I
love
would-
to know their increased viewership since she's been around.
It's a lot.
It's got to be a lot,
Yes.
right?
I would love to know what the NFL's paying her to go.
You think they
You
are?
think they are?
Why wouldn't they? I mean, think about all the millions of young women out there that watch now because she's there.
You're right.
And I think that does, you're right, because I think I read something about how they were saying that with her presence at these games, that the younger population within the country who was kind of like just straying away from professional sports is now back engaged. And
I never really thought about it like that, or them paying her, but now that you say that, it makes more sense. Because
For
she does
sure.
sit right up front. If I were her, I would probably be more in the back of the box watching, you know?
Yeah.
I
It's not
mentioned
like you
that.
can really see them
I mean, how nice
anyway.
getting paid to watch your
Yeah,
boyfriend.
right.
Great. Good deal.
where do I sign up?
Yeah.
I mentioned that on our Taylor Swift tribute episode that, you know, if I were her lawyer, I would be negotiating with the NFL. And our panel of experts, they didn't appreciate that. They're like, Taylor would not be like, you know, that ruthless to want money for coming to see her man.
Oh, I think she is that ruthless. I think she throws lawsuits out all the time.
Remember, she sued Apple because they used to give a 90-day free music for the Apple Music, and she wanted to get paid for the 90 days that people signed up for.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's
Wait,
did.
that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, there was
Yes.
this one singer that looked up to her since she was a kid. She ended up becoming famous, the younger girl. One of the songs sounded similar to Taylor's. I think it was like the background music, and she sued her for a percentage of her profits from the song.
Maybe she's a secret bitch then. I didn't realize this.
I think I go back and forth with it because you look at it as she can't let one person walk all over her, or everybody else is gonna walk all over her.
True.
So you do have to be kind of
You
strict.
set that
but
boundary.
I guess that's what that's the defense.
I saw something from like several years ago. She was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked her, "What advice would you give to like if you had to give one piece of advice to an up and coming artist?" And her answer was, "Get a good lawyer." TominatorLaw.com.
Tom.
I don't do entertainment law. Maybe we'll start up a division.
Yeah, I think that sounds
Morgan,
fine.
you can run that.
Hell yeah,
I think
send me to
that's a great
California.
idea, Morgan. Yeah.
We meet on
I'll
Fridays.
be there.
Entertainment law expert.
I would love that.
Morgan, you know, I don't know. Sabrina Carpenter's coming by later. I need you to take her out to lunch. I'm
Fine
too
with
busy.
me. Gladly.
I'm there.
I don't even work for Tom, but I'm there.
Let's get a Tominator yacht and I'll entertain him on the yacht, all right? Let's think big.
I think
feel like
Morgan
we just
needs
circled
an
back to like
accomplice.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Choking
and,
I'll be like,
the
hey,
Wolf of
Joe,
Wall
you
Street,
know.
get a yacht, have a party.
Oh,
Like, it's just, like,
absolutely.
full circle right
Oh
now.
my God, it'd be fun.
I'll be like telling Joe, you know, I don't. Justin Rose is coming by. I need you to take him out to lunch. He's a pro golfer, for those of you who don't know.
I did not know.
All right, college football. The big game this week is number 7 Tennessee at Georgia. Number 3 Georgia. Georgia's like a heavy favorite, like 10 points.
I would think so.
A lot of people think Tennessee's like a false. You know, they're number 7, but they don't think they're really that good.
Does
I
the
agree.
loser still make the playoff?
Could possibly, but
How many losses Tennessee?
one. They have one loss. Yeah.
They're an exceptionally good team this year.
They're taking 12 teams. So they're probably good.
Go Vols.
I love going to watching Tennessee games, but I love going to Neyland Stadium. And my favorite part is
Can't
that every
believe
time
Bethany knows the name of the stadium. Wow.
but every time they score, they have a great song.
Rocky Top.
Yes, and it doesn't matter if you are like a fan of the Vols or
Sing
if
a
you are the
little bit.
visiting team. Yeah, my favorite part is the woo.
All right.
I went
I don't know that
there
they're going to be doing that this week.
when I was in college in the early 90s. We went to a Notre Dame Tennessee game. It's amazing there. I
Yes.
remember they would have incredible tailgaters, and they had a big truck, like cool truck, and they had taps on the side of it, and you just walk up with your beer and it just filled it, just for anyone to go up and use.
You know what? I went to a few years ago, Notre Dame and Wisconsin in Chicago, and it started at 11 a.m. because they were showing at noon Eastern time, 11 a.m. Chicago time, and the Wisconsin buses. That's not that far a drive from Madison, Wisconsin to Chicago. They had buses of their students coming in 11 a.m. These kids were hammered.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
Probably
2.5
started at
hour
7.
bus ride down there. That's a lot of drinking. I think Notre Dame put a whipping on them that
they
game.
did. Notre Dame destroyed them. These kids were not happy. All right, so that's the big game this week in college football. Turning to the
Who are you
NBA.
taking to win?
Georgia's going to spank them, I think.
All right.
I'm gonna go Vols.
Go Vols. NBA, the Cleveland Cavaliers started off 13-0. They're undefeated. They're playing tonight at Chicago Bulls. They'll probably win tonight to go to 14-0.
It's nice for Cleveland to have a sports team that plays well, considering their football team is.
Never been good.
You gotta root for Cleveland. You know, I want to see them have something.
They won a championship with LeBron, right? Did they not?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
LeBron.
They have great sandwiches, though. Like if you go out
Jordan-
late,
and
Cleveland,
Jordan
like go
used to
to
win.
events, like sporting events and things like that, and then you're just like going downtown, like on the strip. They have these sandwiches, like they put the coleslaw and the French fries. They like layer them up in there. Like, I can't even open my mouth big enough to get the sandwich in there, and that's saying something.
What's the name of the sandwich?
Okay.
What is it, like a Cleveland
a
sandwich?
I don't know, because
How big can Bethany
Clevelander.
open her mouth?
This
Let's
is great
see.
for show
What can
business.
Bethany fit in her mouth?
I mean, there's like a
Everything's about
Philly
ratings.
cheesesteak, but what are these?
they're just. You know what? I'm gonna get back to you on what that called, but all I remember
sound
is
good,
it was
though.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like every time we would go, I'd be like, yes, I'm going just so I can go out after and eat the sandwich.
Nice.
There you go.
They got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there. You ever been there? Anyone? No one?
No.
No interest? It's pretty good. I went there.
You'd have to be interested in visiting Cleveland in order to be interested
Right.
in going to
That's
the
a
Rock
very
and Roll
good
Hall of
point.
Fame, right?
That's a
I'm
very
rooting
good
for the
point.
Cavs. Though. I think the record for most wins to start a season in the NBA is the Warriors about 5 years ago went 24-0 to start the year. We talked about them Golden State Warriors, so we'll see if Cleveland can maybe, take a run at that. All right, now switching gears to political arena, we know that the president-elect, Donald Trump, is naming his cabinet members.
Oh, yeah.
For those of our viewers who don't really follow politics, I believe the cabinet is 12. I don't remember anymore because it's changed. They've added departments over the years since I was a kid. But Marco Rubio, the senator from Florida, was named Secretary of State. Now, he has to be approved by the Senate by a majority vote. So none of these positions are final yet. You have to be confirmed. They call it confirmation.
It'll
So-
go through no problem with the way it is. I think it's 52 Republicans. So
Yeah.
everyone
I was
who
gonna
he
say.
He'll
said
get what he
is gonna
wants.
It's
get
53.
53 now. Yeah, it's going to be rubber stamped.
Secretary of Defense was a little bit of a surprise. Fox News.
The girl, right?
No, the guy Pete
Oh.
Hegseth. Now he's a veteran, but he got Trump named him for Secretary of Defense. One nomination that they think is going to get a ton of opposition. The congressman from Florida, Matt Gaetz. Trump nominated him for Attorney General because he's had some legal issues, with
I saw that on a TikTok actually.
What were the legal issues?
allegedly sex with minors.
Okay, well,
But
that's
he was
pretty
never-
bad.
he was never- he
This
was-
guy, I think he went to Florida State.
I think he went to Florida State College,
it?
Yeah.
and then he went to law school in
Only
Virginia.
that? That's it?
There was
Really?
this TikTok about this FSU secret society that he was in.
Oh,
But I don't know if it's true or not.
So the interesting
I didn't get invited when I was there, that's for sure. But maybe it was for the better because I heard they did weird things. So
Yeah.
it's fitting for his description.
I think even some Republican senators have already said that they're not so sure that they're going to be on board with
Yeah.
his confirmation. He's a Florida congressman, the Panhandle.
The interesting thing about Rubio is that the Senate seat gets vacated now.
Correct.
And the governor of Florida can appoint someone for the seat. So technically, DeSantis could appoint himself as senator for Florida because he's up in 26. His term limit's up in 26 anyway. I don't think he would do that because it's not a great look.
Yeah.
People,
Oh, I was
self-appointing
gonna say,
themselves.
I'd do it.
people love him though.
But he could easily resign governor, have the lieutenant governor Nunez then appoint him senator. So he's not
Okay.
appointing himself;
Little
he's being
workaround.
appointed.
Okay.
Nice.
But there's obviously a backdoor deal in that. It's possible.
Do we think he does that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The word I read is Trump's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump.
Yeah.
He might give it to her.
She ran the campaign, right?
Yeah.
So that would, but then it's like, nepotism kind of a thing too.
Yeah.
That
Well,
doesn't
there's
look
a
great either.
long track record of political nepotism. Like John F. Kennedy named his brother Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy. So I mean, that's nothing new. But we'll see what happens. I hear there's a rumor that I might be up for one cabinet nomination.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know.
You'll definitely win.
First thing I did is Google what they make. I'm like, no way.
No way impressive or no chance, no
I was
way.
gonna say,
No, I can't live
No
on
way,
that.
no way Tom's happy where he's at right now
Yeah.
in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, let's be real. You'd never pass the investigation.
I have been approved by the bar of 4 states. I'm right now. We're going to need to get something a little stronger.
Oh,
Good transition,
All
Tom.
right, so
that was good.
we're going to be going to, are we having our post-podcast drinking at Joe's on Main? Shout out to my friends there, where we came in second for Fix trivia game last night. Fix. Oh, by the way, Mike Tyson's fighting tonight.
Ah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Is it the Jake Paul
Yeah,
one?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, he's Mike Tyson's favored by 200, they say.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, no? Are you sure?
Jake Paul's a
Yeah,
2-1
Jake Paul,
favorite.
yeah.
He's a minor.
Oh.
Dana's very worried about Tyson in this.
You know, Dave Portnoy from
Barstool
Barstool.
Yeah, I
Sports.
just saw that. I thought
Yeah,
you said
that's
it
a
was the other
competitive
way
podcast,
around.
by the way.
He wins like every bet. The guy can't miss, right?
He's got a leprechaun shoved
And
up him
he-
because he wins everything.
He's putting huge money on Jake Paul.
Really?
At 2-1, yes.
Wow. All right,
So
we'll see.
I was
Well,
going to go
how-
the other way, but I don't see if Tyson's
How
58.
old is he? He 58?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see that going well either.
But he looks in amazing shape.
No,
He's in
I've
great
seen
shape.
the videos. I'm not doubting him there, but
I just don't think they're going to actually punch each other. I think they're going to take their $20 million each.
Right.
You think
and
it's
sorta
rigged
just, yeah,
somehow?
no, I think they'll do what
it's-
Logan
Like
Paul
it's-
did
Rock'em
with
Sock'em Robots, but with real people.
I don't think it's going to be an aggressive fight. I really think it's going to be a
Well, that'll be
money
so
grab.
they're just
disappointing.
gonna like sweat
People will be
and hug
pissed.
each other and dance around. Is
tell
what they
someone
normally
punches
do.
hard.
Conor
Yeah.
McGregor and what's his face?
Mayweather and
Mayweather
Logan
and
Paul did it too.
yeah, and McGregor and Mayweather did it and didn't hit each other at all.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
people
how
got mad.
lame.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a very rough sport, though, right? To be 58 years old and to have been doing it for this long, it's got to take a toll on your body. I mean, we talk about like NFL players and all of the different like enhancements that they've had in the concussion protocol and things like that. But then when you talk about fighting, I mean,
Actual,
imagine
yeah.
being 58 years old and like,
Right.
so now how long has his career been going
Yeah.
on that he's taken, hits?
But no
Good
one's
thing for
forcing
him
them
is
to do this.
good thing for him is he gives most of the hits. He doesn't
Yeah.
take too many.
I'd let somebody punch me in the face for $20 million.
For sure. Absolutely.
A friend was asking one of my buddies visiting from I was actually in New Jersey this week on a case. He's on his way down. He said, well, find out where they're showing that. It's on Netflix, but I wonder if bars will be showing that.
There have been a few
Yeah, for
on
sure.
social media that,
That
have locally that have posted
I
it.
can't imagine they don't show it. Everybody's got Netflix.
I think Evie's on.
Well, the game
Maine.
tonight, food and
They
beer.
always are good with playing
Evie's on
stuff.
Maine
Yeah.
always shows fights.
The Crescent Club will probably have it.
Yeah,
Does that
they
have
all
your name
subscribe
all
to
over
that
it for
stuff.
this Friday night, the Crescent Club.
I want to see that fight.
Go to food and beer. They got the upstairs. Mike did.
Oh,
I've never been there.
yeah. I love it there.
Shout out to
Morgan
Food and
uses
Beer.
The upstairs, and it's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I only go there for the upstairs. It's just like you can reserve it, and they just have lounge couches, and they have like 4
okay.
different TVs, so you can play
Tom,
like
make
4
a
or 5 different
reservation.
games. And
Probably too late.
They have an
Yeah, definitely
incredible
too late.
staff, though,
Yeah.
as well. And the staff love working there as much as the management loves the staff.
yep, and they have crab rangoon mozzarella
I
sticks.
think they're up to
My
at least
favorite.
at least 6 locations in Florida. Maybe.
I think they're almost at 8.
Yeah.
They're opening a few new ones.
I've
yeah,
never been to a single one.
they're awesome.
Wow, that may
Their food
change
is
tonight.
so good.
I may lose my food and beer virginity, guys.
Yeah, red velvet fried
I
Oreos.
never went. I'm not a beer guy because
not
it said
either.
They
food
serve
and beer,
everything.
and I was like, oh damn, they're not gonna have like a full bar.
They do.
I know that now, but
I
I,
don't drink
didn't
beer
realize
myself.
it. It should be like food and beer
And more.
and other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. yeah. I thought it was like a beer garden.
Because when they first opened, it was just food and beer.
Yeah, they was, and then
They didn't want to change
Which
the
one
name.
is the original one, though? It's
Gulf
Gate.
Gulfgate, yeah.
That location.
with
And that's
us?
got a back room now.
We got the
But
OG
it-
location.
When they first
Yeah.
opened, it looks a lot like walking through here. They have like little arcade games. You can do basketball. Tom loves the basketball, right? So it's
I love the basketball, and they have skee ball. Do you remember skee ball when you were a kid?
Heck yeah.
Did they have that in Minnesota? Or, well, Boston.
What do you think? We have like the North Pole? Do they have
lived
skee
in
ball? Like,
igloos up
you know,
I thought it was a
like,
Jersey Shore thing. I didn't know that. Yeah,
No, it was
do
everywhere.
they have skee ball?
I still love playing skee ball.
What a question.
The nice thing about food and beer, little known fact, because we have a lot of friends that'll fly in, their flight doesn't come in till like midnight, is their kitchen's open really late. One of the few places that you can land at the airport and get to, and they still serve food.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Shout out to Food and Beer.
Yeah, wow. Sponsor us after this plug.
Yeah,
that
we
just
need to-
put
we
in
need to get the
TomCast.
sponsor-
Hey, they already sponsor Sarah, so to speak.
We met
Take
the
it.
owner the other day.
Okay.
What's his name?
Okay. Then we're
Mike.
just treating
Mike.
There's 2 owners. I think are they both named Mike, right?
What? Mike Whalen and Casey. I don't know his last name. Casey Daniels. Yeah.
We got a special feature today. We came up with this last night. Is
Who specifically?
I think it was me. I usually great idea.
Oh, God. I know you're joking.
All right, so we're going to turn this over to our TomCast bartender Bethany. We're gonna do a taste test, a blind test.
Blind test.
First, going to be Joe is our beer expert. We're going to put 3 beers in front of you, Joe, and you have to. What are they? Bethany.
Guess the flavor.
Coors Light, Bud Light.
We have Coors Light, Bud Light, and Michelob Ultra.
Can we
Because
put side action on whether he gets them right?
There's wagering in Vegas
Yes,
on this
there's-
right now.
I'm only going to be responsible for pouring. I'm not going to be responsible for taking any of the betting things. So
Okay.
I say I've got $20. It says he gets them all right. You want
How
that?
much beer
You want-
does?
Well, I think
No,
you
he's been
can-
drinking a
I-
lot of
wait, well,
Surfside
wait,
lately.
I'm sorry,
problem.
but let's
I
let
think
Morgan
vodka.
finish that question. How much beer
Yeah.
does he drink?
Yes.
That's
Well,
confidential.
Joe,
How much
care
beer
to
do you
answer?
How much beer?
Depending on what day.
Saturday.
On
Saturday.
Joe, that's
Saturday
your
I drink
go-to
enough.
drink
I
is
drink
beer?
enough that someone that drinks every day. I drink it one day.
I think no. He drinks more than just beer, but he.
Yeah.
you
So
know,
you're
he-
like-
I like to mix it up.
You've been drinking Surfsides a
You
lot
golf
lately.
every Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
At like 8 a.m.
Yes.
You drink beer?
How far into the round is it before you have your first beer?
About the, well, now it's
when
on
he
the
gets
back
out of
nine.
the car,
So it's
when he has
around,
golf bag.
it's around 9 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of times I don't come
It's
home.
before the tea time,
Sometimes
though.
I'll go around the clock.
He just sleeps at the golf course.
And then we're going to do vodka. Bethany, what vodkas we got?
we have Tito's,
That's where you'll take.
we have Grey Goose,
All right.
and we have Absolute.
Tom will
Ooh,
get that.
I've got $20. I will get those. I will nail those.
Really?
Will you
Wow.
nail
I
it?
think that's harder than the beer.
Everyone seems to think the vodka is going to be harder.
I think so
Who
too.
is participating? That's what we need to know.
I'm going to do the vodka.
do a small
Joe's going to do the beer. Mike, you want to do the vodka?
I'll do the
Morgan?
vodka.
All right, so
I'm not gonna know
you're
shit.
not a vodka drinker.
I'm or a beer drinker.
All right, so the
You'll
3 of
just
us will do
watch.
it.
Yeah, you guys. do.
Yeah, we'll watch you.
All right, let's start with the beer and
Okay,
Joe.
but we can't watch.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn around,
All right,
Joe.
Joe, you can turn around.
All right, Joe.
Dixie cups. I usually can tell by the aluminum.
I
You
think.
said something
Yeah.
about down under.
When you finish it, when he
Wait,
goes
don't,
out.
not
All right,
yet.
Joe, you
Wait
don't
a
need to
minute.
answer
Wait,
right away.
So look at
Get
it.
it
Joe
set
got
up.
excited and jumped
they
the gun
labeled?
Do you
with
know
his
which one's
beer.
which?
They're labeled on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so by appearance, the color is very difficult to tell. I was thinking, not that I'm a beer drinker, but that the Ultra would pour in a different color.
Okay.
But they all look
Yeah.
very similar to one
All right.
another.
Yes, she did.
So
I
my
gotta get
prediction,
out
I want to
of
make
this.
my. Joe's going to nail this.
Yeah.
I think so too. What do you think that is?
It's definitely not Coors Light.
Okay, put it on the side and keep going.
Okay, then you got a
Alright.
50-50 if it's not Coors Light.
That's Coors Light.
Ooh, Joe makes a fiction prediction.
He made a pick.
Boy. One of these two is Coors Light.
no.
This is light. This is ultra light or whatever the hell I think.
All right, what number is that?
Okay.
So you need to do your final answers. So you
Oh,
said
God.
ultra light.
He said this is ultra.
Jesus.
Joe,
'cause-
your station's all messy. You gotta keep it.
Okay. I gotta go with this one that's Coors Light and this one is Bud Light.
All right, so
Bud,
like,
Coors,
let's see what the
Ultra.
numbers
So
say.
Joe said number 2 is
Number
ultra.
2 is what?
He
Ultra.
says number 2 is Ultra.
Oh, he already lost.
Which means you've automatically lost this one right here.
So I got them all messed up.
Michael, pay for the win.
You're gonna pay.
You've already lost. You got that one wrong, and you know that this isn't Coors Light, so that one's wrong.
I was really thirsty.
Which means that
All right, Joe, you can finish the rest of the
number
beer.
two?
That's your reward.
This is scribbled.
Let me see.
By the way,
No, that's number 3.
Wow. Oh.
if Coors
you were
or
0 for 3.
if Coors or Budweiser or
I knew I wasn't gonna get them all right or all wrong.
All right,
if they want
Tom's
to
turn.
sponsor us, they can call Morgan.
Christ.
Joe,
And I'll finish it.
There you go. Which one do you like the best?
I'm right
Coors Light.
here.
There you go.
Give them the silver bullet.
Is that what
They
they're
want to
called?
sponsor the silver bullet. That's what they call it.
Okay, Tom, introduce us with this game.
All right.
All right.
Bethany's the TomCast bartender.
Yes. Bethany, tell us what we have here.
Okay, so you have 3 different types of vodka. You have Tito's vodka, Tominator's preferred vodka. We would love for Tito's to be our sponsor for the show.
With a splash of cran.
I'm negotiating.
Soda,
Sometimes
soda,
cran.
right?
Soda splashes of cran, for sure.
Lime, no lime, Tom?
Lime always.
Always lime, yes.
Lime, Tom.
Then your second vodka that you will have as a selection would be Grey Goose. That is the Michael Fay preferred vodka.
Okay.
Right? So we think that he may be the champion in identifying.
I'm such a vodka snob because we remodeled our kitchen and we made the center island is the same blue as the Grey Goose bottles.
Oh my
I used to
God.
always drink Tito's, and I came home with the Grey Goose, and my wife was like, "Well, why are you buying Grey Goose now?" And I was like, "It matches the aesthetics." And she was like, "Who are you?"
Well, and he said he's 100% confident he's going to get this. I just want to put that out there.
And I feel like we could
you have a bottle
check.
of
Typical confidence of a man.
We
They're
could
like,
check with
yes,
his
I will
wife,
get
but
this.
I feel like he's pretty much spot on when he's like
The Vegas line.
Right.
All right, and then the third option that you have
Is
in your
nobody's
choice
preferred.
is Absolute vodka, which maybe I don't know, Molly, but like I feel like that's a very younger like vodka selection.
I am a classier gal than the absolute.
But like, what about when you first went to college though? Was that? Do you feel like that was
That was
Skull-
that
Skull
was-
vodka.
Gordon's-
I think I went lower, and I was like a Pink Whitney. So
Pink Whitney.
but that was a freshman year thing. It's the Barstool.
Barstool?
Pink. Yeah, it's disturbing.
I drank
so.
Skull vodka, which was fucking
That was at the
disgusting.
parties.
Pop
Yeah.
off.
My mother.
That's rail vodka.
Pop off
Lauren.
vodka.
The skull vodka is like rail vodka. So if you go to the bar, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just take a vodka, whatever. Then they're gonna give you the skull. So.
Honestly, for me, it's whatever.
A lot of bars, their well vodka is Crystal Palace.
Phillips.
Alrighty.
My mother,
All right, ready?
may she
All
rest
right.
in peace, she used to buy it in the plastic ones with a handle.
Oh, wow.
And so we were coming down to visit, and I was nicer. She's like, "What do you drink?" I'm like, "Well, just get a bottle of Tito's." And we get this. She's like, "It's $24." I was like, "Oh, Mom."
Our friend Alicia buys Costco vodka. It's not bad.
No, I've had the
Like their
the
branded
tequila.
vodka?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it
right.
is not
Wow.
bad.
There are rumors that they make that at the same place as Grey Goose, the
That's what
Kirkland.
I heard.
Yes,
It's
I-
not true.
Oh, you're debunking
But it's
it now.
good. It is, yes. I looked it up.
Okay.
But they
All
have this urban legend on it, and people buy it because of it. So
I'm
Okay,
like,
so
are
like
you like-
sweating.
So the rules to remind Tom is do not call out
Right.
what you think the
Yes,
answer is.
write
so
it
just
down.
write it down on your paper, right?
Keep
So
your,
All right,
keep
I'm
your
going. I
things
need to get
secret.
this
choices
over
are
with.
Tito's,
Okay.
Grey Goose, or Absolute. So go ahead.
Oh, God.
it's kind of
can't
hard
even think
without,
about-
drinking water.
Oh, don't come up with
No, you
excuses
should, yeah.
already for you
Cleanse
family.
the palate in between, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Honestly, I have
Tom's
no
got on
idea.
to number
I might need a
two.
little bit more of
I
number
didn't
two.
have that. I didn't have that luxury.
Oh, my
Cleansing
God.
palate.
I'm
We
gonna
have
to
more.
go up.
If you need more, we have more, but go ahead.
Okay.
It's just hard. It's very different, I think, when you don't have a mixer in it. Also, I
It
think
is
that
different.
makes a definite impact on the
I
drink
get to
itself.
cleanse my
Yeah,
palate.
I normally don't drink it straight.
I don't know. I think I screwed it all up. But that's
Objection
okay.
overruled. I didn't get to. I didn't get to cleanse my palate.
Do, 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 do. Is everyone ready?
Michael asked for a second or
Places.
addition to number two.
I
Just
got
to
a
give
little
it.
skimp done too, so I need to
Okay.
taste a little bit more.
You need to
Yeah.
re-skip
I just
it.
sipped
Well,
mine,
you have
but
as
I feel
much time as
confident.
you
I
need.
didn't even think I had half of
Ashley,
a
you're
shot.
driving.
Ew, that was so nasty.
Okay.
Was that the most amazing taste testing experience that you've had in the past 6
I
months?
feel,
rather
I feel the
taste pizza.
pressure.
I didn't know luxury, but now I do.
I feel the pressure.
All right.
This
so,
is harder for me than I thought.
Well, I
Really?
guess, Tom, why don't
It
you
was
list
not
your
easy.
answers?
It's hard on me. I'm not drinking.
Yeah, and then we'll find
I
out
thought-
what's correct.
Michael's gonna finish.
Going
yeah.
into this, I thought for sure I would be like boom, boom, boom.
Yes,
and
I
now
did too.
my
That's
why I
confidence
said
is
it.
waning.
Question.
I
100%.
said that talk.
My confidence
we
is
bet
waning.
$5,000 on this, remember?
He's like one of those wine guys.
Right.
You know, with
can't
the,
See those? They'll like swish it around and smell it. France,
when they
1992.
spit it back out,
Yeah,
though.
it's
Wow.
disturbing.
God, that was disgusting. Can't take shots the way I used to.
I can, but the next morning I feel a lot
Okay.
worse.
I have it. I don't.
All right, we're ready. We're ready
Right.
for the big reveal.
Are we gonna?
Should I say my answers and then
Yeah.
everybody share and
Sure.
then we come? Okay, I said number 1 was Absolute.
I said the same.
Same.
Number
Same.
2 was Goose, and number 3 was Tito's.
Exactly.
I said two
the same.
Tito's.
Okay, wait, this makes me
I
feel
went
good.
2 Tito's and 3 Goose.
Oh
Same.
shit. Okay.
I did Absolute
So
Tito's
either-
Grey Goose.
So was this the fine?
Number
what is
3
it?
is Grey Goose.
Number
oh, now you're confident.
number
Yes.
3 is Grey
And number-
Goose.
Oh, I said-
Oh, it
Absolutely.
is.
100%.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
So what's
Yeah,
number
I-
2?
What was number 1?
Number 1 is absolute.
2 is absolute.
Tom!
You got shut out.
This is an outrage.
Tito's Tom has
The
been
only one
stripped
that
of
I
his
knew
title.
for sure was number 3.
Sarasota, you
Yes.
heard.
Did anyone get it right?
Number 1 was
No.
awful.
Number.
The Tito's was bad.
Mike
So
got
Tito's was 1. I thought it was
Yeah.
Absolute.
So did I.
You got Grey Goose right.
It was the only one I was
Same.
absolutely positive of because
got
it's
it
what
right.
I drink and I knew it right away. But the
I
other
was,
2,
I was 0 for 3.
the other 2, I
1 for 3.
you know, absolute
No one
didn't
got all
taste
3.
as.
1 for 3. 1 for 3.
Absolute's awful, but in this tiny
got
little
0.
bit, it didn't taste as bad as it does.
I wonder if that has like a big factor on it. It's like just because it was just such a small
Tom, are you
amount that
ashamed
you're just
right now?
really
You
tasting
didn't
it.
know
It wasn't ice
Tito's.
cold.
I'm hanging
You
my
know?
head in shame.
If I
I
have
mean, that's bad.
absolute in a drink with soda water, I can't finish it.
No, I won't finish
Yes.
it.
I don't
I'm
drink
impressed
straight
with the
though,
Goose.
you know,
You were
because
like,
the mixer
I
affects
know.
it. That's
Yeah.
my
It is
excuse.
the Goose.
That was
Right,
easy.
right.
Okay.
It's the mixer.
But I'm disappointed in myself.
Well, now
I
everyone's
don't think it was
drunk.
bad, though. I'm not knowing that.
So my question
Everybody didn't get
is,
it.
would you, will you waver on your vodka selection moving forward?
No.
Personally, me, I would not. I don't care.
I don't think I
like
would
Tito's.
either.
I like the way I feel the next day if I had a couple
The,
drinks.
the
I wake
Grey
up.
Goose is
I like
way better than the other 2. How is that? Like, it's not close to me.
I don't know. That's
Like,
the way.
it's so much
No,
easier
I
to
think
drink.
Coors
Grey
Light was-
Goose is better because
Yes.
that's why I thought it was
Even
Tito's. So
this
I
in the
agree.
can doesn't taste that good. And I like Coors Light. This doesn't taste.
I'm very disappointed in myself.
Wait, you got
we
the Grey
lost.
Goose.
I got shut out by 2 old
throwing it
ladies
away.
playing
He doesn't want to
pickleball.
edit
You know,
it.
I'm gonna come
I
back
got
next
beat by
week
a
with.
single woman with 6 of us playing
Trivia.
trivia, and now I can't get the vodkas right. It's
I'm
been a
gonna
rough
come
week.
back next week with.
The good news is that was the 3rd strike. So you know what? You're just.
You know what we're coming
You're
back
done.
with next week is
It's gonna be a hell of a week.
fast food fries.
Hell yes.
I'll do it.
Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King.
I can do it all day
And
long.
Molly's favorite food
work
is
it out.
fries.
I'll do
No,
it.
that's
I'll
gonna
be
have
here.
to be like first because if they're not warm,
I'll be blind.
Yeah.
Well, you
You're
also
gonna-
can't look at the fry because, like, you know what a McDonald's fry looks
Yeah,
like.
the microwave
Our
is-
eyes closed when we
I
eat the
swear.
fries.
First off, let's just.
Do you have a microwave in here?
You're not gonna microwave
Because
fries.
You
even if we
can't.
buy them right before we come,
You got it. Somebody's going to Wendy's, somebody's going to McDonald's,
Yes.
somebody's going to the other one, and we'll bring it hot and ready to go.
But you need to have an air fryer. So
I have
also
an air fryer,
the
yeah.
kitchen appliance that is Tom's preferred appliance, an air fryer.
air fryer is the way to go.
But you got them blindfolded because the thing is you can tell just
Well, I was saying you can't look at the fry because you know what McDonald's fries look
I'll
like.
bring one of those masks, Halloween masks, a black mask, you know.
there's no better fry than the McDonald's fry.
I agree. Do you mean a sleep mask like what most people
I usually
wear?
give no.
I think this is hilarious.
I saw a thing that people were because they want fresh fries that they'll go up and they'll say no salt on them.
I do
and
that
then
sometimes.
You
I
do
feel
that,
like a real asshole.
and then you
Yeah.
bring your own salt and put it on.
No, you can just
Never heard
ask
of
for
that.
salt packets and they look at you in shame.
I remember this like a million years ago. It's like almost 2 a.m. I'm at the Burger King drive-thru in Jersey, and I didn't have any money, and I had like ordered a Whopper, and that was like all I had money for was a Whopper, and then I said to the girl, "What about the fries?" She's, "Well, you didn't order fries." I'm like, It's 2 a.m. You're throwing them out in 5 minutes, and she gave me the fries.
Nice.
Shout out to that Burger
Look
King
at you,
girl.
little negotiator.
Have you been to Five Guys?
Oh, yeah,
Burgers?
that's good.
It's across the parking lot from Hooters. I've never been to it.
bag
What
of
they
French
do is
fries.
they just literally throw them all in the
yeah,
bottom.
In the bag.
12 pounds
Yeah.
of French fries
So
in a bag.
there's a client of mine, and it really started during COVID. And he hasn't paid for a lunch in like 3 years. What he does is he goes to different restaurants, and he like where people order like Chipotle, and they're sitting there in the bag, and then he does a video. And so he'll walk into Five Guys and grab one of the bags, and they
just
open it
leave.
up, and he does a video like, "Oh, Catherine, why did you put mayo on this burger?" You know, like,
my
and he
goodness.
critiques the
That's so funny.
meals, and he walks into a different spot. He'll grab a Chipotle, a Five Guys,
Wow.
like
That's
a
fantastic.
Panera, and he and but then it's. I mean, obviously it's stealing, but it's funny. it's
Okay, it's all funny
it's-
until it's your lunch when you show up together and it's not
And
there.
the best part is that he critiques or he says, "Great choice with the ham and cheese." You know, like he either critiques it or he praises their order.
When I was a kid, when people watch like TV shows, they'd have at the end coming attractions like on Charlie's Angels. Next week on Charlie's Angels, and they show a few scenes, so our coming attraction is going to be fast food fries. So how confident are you that you'll be able to ID the fries?
No doubt in my mind.
0 doubt?
Yeah.
Molly's a lock.
I'm locked in.
For
Morgan?
sure.
I feel like even though you're blindfolded, though,
Because
it's going to be a
the
disadvantage.
thickness is
but that you can
different.
tell, like,
Put it
how
in my
wide
mouth
it
with
is,
your
or how-
yourself, then
Right.
drop it in, and I got it. I got it.
I think
I
it'll
know
be
it.
easier.
We might have to cut these fries up. So
Right?
you gauge
Little
the
tiny
thickness.
bites. Yeah, you're gonna be like sucking the fry to feel how thick it is. Can't wait to watch that.
Oh my goodness.
I think, how about you, Joe? You think you'll nail the fries?
Couldn't even do this.
Oh, poor Joe.
I
He's
can't believe
defeated.
Joe didn't know Coors Light. Nothing is sacred.
Yeah, I know. You guys are stripped of your titles. Just saying.
All right, well, that about does it for today. We got to start the second half of the TomCast at Joe's on Main. I'll walk in there and they'll tell me I'm not welcome anymore now that I didn't ID Tito's.
Well, the guy who does the trivia on Thursday nights, which is where we play, great trivia, by the way. You lose a point if you are on your phone, and of course, Tom never puts his phone down. Or
Well,
both
last
phones.
night I was good.
because he
Both
has two
phones,
phones.
right.
Right.
Yes, and
My
so,
customers need to reach me 24/7, Tominator.com.
So 2 weeks ago, like Tom and Anthony, they knew everything. And like we swept every question. I didn't know any of them. They were all movies and stuff. But Tom knows every movie. And he had his phone on him and he called them
exactly
out
the setup
like
right
this.
there.
And
Yeah.
he lost a point. And then when we won, he made a comment like, well, yeah, when you look at your phone for the answers or something like that. I was like, what?
Maybe
Yes.
the guy doing trivia doesn't know that Tom could potentially be Wile E. Coyote's super genius and was maybe on Jeopardy at one point in his life. But, sometimes people underestimate him because he's just funny.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's also a brilliant mind.
Yeah, that's when he can take people off guard and he wins
Yeah.
his cases.
Yeah.
That's part of my strategy.
I love that
I
shit.
try to look dumb. It's easy for me to do.
Oh, Tom. No.
I lull the opposition to a false sense of security. Who the hell is this guy?
Tripping Olive Garden.
Oh, I know that story actually.
We have two witnesses to my Olive Garden fall.
Oh, you were there?
Oh, it was
was-
actually
it
horrible.
was
He had blood
traumatic.
coming out of his
He
ear.
told me about it.
Oh my
It was
God.
unbelievably, like, I was
you
crying.
were
and
there
I was
too?
just like,
I thought he died.
He was out.
Out.
So I got a new case call and I'm inside and it was pouring rain. And then as she comes in and she's screaming, Michael, Tom fell and he's not awake. He's out. And I was like, click on the phone, like, running out there. And he smashed his glasses into a million bits.
Oh, God.
They had just put on brand new paint on the down ramp. And it was really slippery.
Right.
And there Tom goes.
And so I go in there, I'm like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, we just had that painted yesterday. I don't know why they made it so slippery, the girl working there. I was like,
it was so unfortunate for her that we
that
were
really
like
quick.
people
Yeah,
who
right.
are very familiar with like laws and whatnot, and like bless her heart, she probably didn't mean to say something that was like self-incriminating, but it was just unfortunate. But it was scary. It was like a movie theater stunt,
We could have a
but in real life, he
Yeah.
was clearly off the ground, and he's a fairly tall gentleman. So to be like lifted off the ground and then boom was like, right? It was scary.
I didn't even know I was knocked out cold. And the next day, Mike asked me, were you ever like in a fight, maybe in school or in a football game or anything, you ever knocked out? I said, no, I've never been knocked out in my life.
until
For the Olive Garden.
until the Olive Garden on Tamiami took
The
it
Olive Garden
down.
took him out.
By the way, I'm a little
by a
known
breadstick.
fact. I'm a total Olive Garden junkie. I love it.
Yeah.
In fact, they have the ultimate Olive Garden
you
pass,
told me about this.
and they sell it like once a year. And I had like everyone clicking in at 10 a.m. when it went for sale because they sell it in like a minute. And it's like $400, and it's unlimited food for I think 6 months.
Amazing.
Oh my
And-
goodness.
Yeah, So like,
I did not know this existed.
yeah, and it comes in this like great. It's like
Is it kinda like the Willy Wonka
Yeah, so it's
thing?
like Willy Wonka's thing. Comes in this silver like card, and like a heavy
By
metal.
the way,
like,
you all know
American
who Willy
Express
Wonka
card.
is? The whole team?
The Charlie
Yeah.
in the chocolate
I thought
factory.
that was like
yeah.
from 1971
But then
or
they
something.
came out with the other one with what's his name?
Johnny Depp. But the first one, who was the actor? You know, I know.
Gene Wilder.
Yep.
I know my
They
Willy
should
Wonka
have given
trivia.
you one of those passes for the.
Absolutely,
Well, you know,
you
when I
should
say
go back
that-
on that.
They would have lost.
I didn't hire a lawyer. I handled my case myself, and like I'm negotiating with the adjuster for Olive
Do
Garden.
you have the passes?
And I go,
Hold it out.
He's got the pasta
I go,
pass.
I might be conducive
life.
to where you just don't pay me any money, and I just get to eat there for the rest of my life. And the woman goes, Tominator, we know how much you eat. We'll
That
pay
would've
you.
been
We'll give you the money.
They would have been in the red every year moving forward.
How many cups of minestrone can you knock down?
Right.
Morgan and Joe have heard the story. I'll end with this. Is when I was in high school, Bruce Springsteen was playing at. They opened a new arena in New Jersey, and he was playing there for like 6 nights. And I won't get into how, but I came in possession of like several hundred front row seats, and I'm selling them
Several hundred.
over the whole 6 days, and the first and second row seats.
else.
So I'm selling them at a large profit, and my brother's buddy wanted to take his girlfriend, like impress her with front row, and he didn't have any money, but his father owned a sub store, like 2 of them, really good subs. They were like $5 back then, and I go, all right, here's the deal: I will give you the tickets, but I get 1 sub every day forever. And he goes, all right, but you can't come when my father's there because he won't allow it. All right, no problem. So I'm going there every day and getting a sub. And then now, after a while, the father sees me and he's like, what's this? And then finally goes, man, you got to stop. I said, look, deal's a deal.
Yeah.
So they sell the delis. And then I'm like, hey, bro. And he goes, hey, what can I tell you? We don't own them anymore. Take it up with the new owner. So I was pissed. I still made plenty of money. So then
want your sub.
I'm down in Venice, Florida, like a couple years ago to meet a client. And I'm driving back, and I see a deli with that guy's name. Like, it's an Italian name, pretty common name. Like, no, it can't be. But you know what? I'm hungry. Let me just go in there. And there's a young girl at the counter, and then like in the office in the back, I look totally different. He still looks the same. It's him, right? And I order a sub. It's not $5 anymore. It's like $10. And I go, I'm not paying. She said, what do you mean you're not paying? I'm like, just get your manager. So he comes out and he goes, she goes to the manager, this guy don't want to pay for a sandwich. And he comes out all nasty. He goes, what's your problem, buddy? And I'm like, Tommy Chericello. Forever means forever. He starts cracking up. I said, I will be back. I haven't gone back.
Oh, you should go back. Oh my God, it's amazing.
I remember the girl he took to Bruce Springsteen.
I'm sure you do, Tom.
She
You
became a
remember them
stripper.
all.
There was a pizza
You put that on
shop.
your
I grew up in a
blood
town called Needham, Massachusetts, and there was a small little Greek pizza shop in the one in town. And I played baseball. I was a pitcher, and we had a double header. And so they said it was like an hour in between games. So I went over to the pizza thing, and then they come running back, and I order a pizza. And they come running back, and they're like, the umpire has to go. We're starting the other. There's no hour wait. We're starting the other game right now. So I had to go back, and I never went and got the pizza, obviously, I ordered it and left. And I go to college. I come back 4 years later. I stepped 1 foot in that pizzeria. Get out of here!
They remembered.
Like 100%. It was like as if you had a wanted poster.
Right.
Probably saw that
You know what you
every
should
day.
do?
You were on the wall of shame in the back room.
The guy across
Yeah.
the street was this guy, old man. His wife had died. He lived alone, no kids. Mr. Kriege, and we would order like a weird pizza. Like I need a large pie with like anchovies and pineapple and like something no one would ever buy. And delivered to Mr. Kriege. And then we used to be watching Rush Street, and he'd be like, no. And so now they have to take it back to the pizzeria, right? So then we immediately go to the pizzeria, and we're like, well, they couldn't give it. We're like, well, we'll give you $2 for that. And after a while, they realized we had ordered it.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Running a scam.
All right. Well, that does it for today. Another exciting episode.
Yep.
Everybody get ready for next week with fast food fries.
Love
There
it.
you go.
Maybe bring White Castle fries in.
Thanks for having me, Tom.
Good to see you, Mike. Molly.
Thanks,
Mike and
Tom.
Molly, that was the TV show. Bethany,
Yes.
Morgan,
Thanks, Tom.
Big Joe.